If you've tuned into News 6 Mornings this week or looked on our social media platforms, you may have noticed that News 6 anchor and health reporter Kirsten O'Connor is back from maternity leave, and we're all so happy about that.
Oh, yes, of course. She and a couple of others from our newsroom became new moms this year. It certainly feels like here at News 6, we are in the midst of a baby boom. Not a lot of people on TV anymore, but a lot of our off-air people.
Yes.
When most of the U.S. went into lockdown a year ago, some speculated that maybe a baby boom was going to happen everywhere. Turns out, though, that wasn't the case. ClickOrlando.com's Brandon Bowles is here now with some very new, interesting data.
Well, Candace, according to an Associated Press analysis of preliminary data from half the country, births have fallen dramatically during the coronavirus outbreak. So actually, we can say the COVID-19 baby boom appears to be a baby bust. Nationally, even before the pandemic, the number of babies born in the U.S. was falling, dropping by 1% over the past decade as many women postponed motherhood and had smaller families. But data from 25 states suggests a much steeper decline very recently. Data indicates births for all of 2020 were down 4.3% from 2019. More tellingly, births in December 2020 and in January and February 2021 were down 6.5%, 9.3%, and 10% respectively, compared with the same months a year earlier. Now, at the time when the pandemic began, when much of America was cooped up inside, it sure seemed like a baby boom was going to be a thing, as some figured couples had more time together and, not much else to do, and some women may have found it harder to run out and get birth control, leading to at least a small uptick in births. But according to a doctor who reviewed the study, this data shows that when there's a crisis, people are actually not thinking about reproduction. One couple told the Associated Press they were planning to try last summer to conceive, but then cases started surging again, so ultimately they decided to hold off. But every place is different. As we mentioned earlier, so far 2021 has been a baby boom here at News 6, with 3 births over the first 4 months already, and we're expecting at least 2 more this year. And there's still plenty more months to go. So we'll see how that goes. For a closer look at the analysis, you can find it in this web story on ClickOrlando.com.
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Nose goes.
But you know what, it is interesting. I remember seeing something during the pandemic that says any babies born from the pandemic during that time were probably firstborns, because if you had children in the house,
right? Yeah,
you had no time for anything.
See, I imagine people would get tired of each other being locked up, so I didn't really think that the baby boom would happen.
Yeah,
here we are.
But we have plenty of babies here in the newsroom to love, so that's good.